Deadpool would be like if he was the main character of the Uncharted series.
Deadpool, what would Deadpool be like in Uncharted? You have a very good imagination. Deadpool was one of the. That was a really good time. That was my schizophrenia at its best. So I think Deadpool would have a very good time with me. You know, yes we would. No, we wouldn't. Yes we would. Yeah, shut up. Me too. He would ruin Uncharted. It would be over. Elena would be pregnant with something. He'd probably, do something with Sully's genitals. I don't know. There's the games. You just put me on both opposite sides of the scales. It's like, okay, let's do a cartoon with Garfield and Hannibal Lecter. So I don't know they two exist very well.
All right, I actually have two questions. The first one.
I have two answers.
All right. First off, do you have any horror stories from Naughty Dog when they were developing the train level from Uncharted 2 Among Thieves?
It's a good one. Horror stories. Well, not any horror stories. I mean, I gotta tell you, it was a lot of fun. Because it's the one part where every actor thinks he's a stunt guy until he has to do something really hard. Then you realize there are professionals to do that. That wasn't that bad. I remember they built that part where I'm jumping off and Elena's. You see, stories like this are in the book that I did. I'll do this real quick. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, they rented for about $800 this old Jeep. And I remember there was mouse droppings in it, and it smelled like animal urine. It was terrible. And we had to, that's where Eddie Raja comes out in that first one, if you remember. We're in this real Jeep. Well, then they realized, we don't need a real Jeep. We can put blocks of wood, these they're called apple boxes, and these different set pieces. And we'd sit on those, and it looks like and they'd get kind of like, and so they made it look like a Jeep. By the third one, it was like steering wheel chair. Like, we can build a Jeep digitally, you don't need a Jeep there. And it'd be really funny because in the train level of this, and at the opening, if you remember the opening of that, I had to, before every scene, you stand there, you do something called a T-pose. It lets the computers that are taking you know when it's starting. So you begin with a T-pose and you end. So T-pose, okay, positions, and then you get into position. And in that particular one, I was sitting kind of upside down, obviously, because they wanted that idea of what's happening when he wakes up and he's unconscious. And then that's where I was like making up things like, that's my blood, that's a lot of blood. And, just that kind of stuff, because I'm sitting upside down going, it's play. But every thing you have to do is you have to roll out of that thing and T-pose again. And just to get into that position was a pain. And on the parts where he gets on the train, where he jumps, I would jump to get it. So the only horror story I can tell you is one time I jumped a little too high because I wasn't going to miss it. That guy, like the little wee kid at the monkey bars. It's like, I can't do it. So I jumped a little too high and it hit me right in the chest. And I was supposed to say like a line like, get out of here or something. I was like, get out of here. I knocked the wind out of myself. So that kind of stuff happens. That's a horror story. I mean, it wasn't bad because I was like, it's pretty cool.
All right, here's the second question. Second question for Mr. Deadpool, if he's in the audience.
Yes, he's always in my head.
Imagine this. You and Sinister are fighting up a storm. It's so intense, so crazy. And babes in the background. They're all looking if he wins. And suddenly there's a pause in the action. Sinister tells you, you're fighting a dairy farmer. You respond with?
Moo. Dairy. That's all I got.
That's all perfect.
There's Mo. Because cows make milk. Hey, look, it's little Nate.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
What?
Okay, if I I'm correct, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. If I'm correct, you did a voice of Sigmund, I think was his name. From
Yes, oh yes, sir, from Ratchet and Clank.
Yes. How is it straying from like more manly characters like Nathan Drake and Desmond Miles and going to Sigmund?
Oh, it's too much fun. You know, the guys at Insomniac did that. T.J. Fixman was writing really amazing film scripts. He sold a few film scripts. He's an amazing writer. That whole series was awesome. I mean, and to get to, I love doing that kind of cartoony things. A lot of people don't know. I mean, I think I'm doing 8 cartoons right now. There's like there's more running, but it's funny because there's one that's great called Robot and Monster on Nickelodeon, and I have about 12 different characters that I do on that.
You know, like Uncle Cufflake, something that's kind of like a deranged kind of like a deranged tigger kind of sort of thing.
But to do these goofy kind of things, it's just so much fun because what we do is we'll get animation. And I remember getting a little signal.
Yeah, we had to find him, and he was so eager and earnest. And
you know, and you'll get a picture from the artist, and you know, but you might be big and you want to get something like this. I want all the ham. You know, you don't know what it's going to be, but you know, it just depends on what he looks like. So the thinner ones, you try to find the different characters. You know, the voice of The Last of Us. Anybody played that? And they showed me the artwork of David,
and it just had to be something very gentle, something that was going to be. It's okay, don't be afraid, dear. Now I'm going to eat your foot.
But you know, you wanted it to be kind of that opposite. So I actually love doing Sigmund because, yeah, you know, I mean, it's funny. I mean, everybody knows Nathan Drake and that kind of stuff, which is, of course, sorry guys, it's kind of boring to me because that's just my voice. It's just him. Sully! Whatever. I got a guy named Sully. I knew Sully in 7th grade. First kid to drink peppermint schnapps at a dance and throw up. Sully, no! So I've been doing that for years. You know, it's all fun. Anytime you get, I was talking to a crowd yesterday, you know, the great thing about doing voiceovers, everybody's a character actor. And the idea of being able to play different characters rather than being, you know, pigeonholed into one type, like when on camera, you know, it's like, you know, I'm not going to get cast as Norm from Cheers, even though he's one of my favorite characters. You know, and you're kind of pigeonholed you know, on camera to your, you know, what you look like, what your physical stature is, and everything. But in voiceover, you know, the sky's the limit. So I love doing the more cartoony, the better. I mean, one of the first departures was, you know, the Penguin when they came to me with Arkham.
I did want something like that, you know.
Yeah, you know, sure. Yeah, whatever. It's a Penguin. Wow, you're embarrassing me. So yeah, I Sigmund was great, and I love all this. The more cartoony, the better sometimes.
Thank you.
You bet. Hello, hello.
It's for her.
It's for you? Dorothy.
No.
No? Oh, well, see, I didn't know you were French. Mr. Gale! Mr. Gale! I love Wizard of Oz. Remember that with the witch? Mr. Gale! Oh, Mr. Gale! I'm sorry, I do that to my friends when they're putting. They hate it. Belle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Shall we talk French? Tell me, what would you like?
Oui, monsieur.
She's going to read a question.
No. Would you mind recording an alarm on my phone as Nathan Drake?
Saying what?
Anything you want. You can scream into my phone. I don't care.
Well, press record and we'll just do something up there. Oh, look. She's not really hurt. She's not really hurt. It's just sympathy. Press record. An alarm. An alarm. What do alarms do? Wake you up or what do you... Okay.
Sounds like you're gonna jump from a plane with your parachute.
Well, you know, when we shot that, please fiddle. Fiddle, just, you're sitting right there. Look at it. It might be best to let everyone ask questions, and then when we're done, I'll do it. Oh, just think about what you want.